listen to just anyone's advice. So I was in London for 3 days prior to my arrival to Scotland today. You see, this was my first time visited London. Now I have traveled to many different places and countries in the world, but one of the places I have never been to was London until 3 days ago. So before I visited London, I asked a lot of my acquaintances and friends regarding restaurants and foods in London. And let me tell you what majority of the response were regarding restaurants and food. And the response were, London's food is average, it is not all that great, and they mostly serve fish and chip, and that's pretty much it. So that really got into my brain, and I really thought that was the case. Boy, let me tell you what happened. After 3 days, my experience when it comes to restaurant and food in London was completely the opposite of what majority of the opinions of others. And that's the time I realized one thing. You can get advice in life, in business, in finance, in relationship, or whatever you want to get advice from. It's okay you getting advice, but just make sure you're getting the right advice. So if any one of you plan to visit London one day, I highly recommend you to try these 4 restaurants, right? The first one is called Sexy Fish. Another one is Chai Wu. Third one is Koya. And the last one, Sketch. You see, it is very naive if you're getting advice from people who never been there, done it, or never have the lifestyle that can explain and can share with you their experience. An entrepreneur, for example, will probably never tell another entrepreneur not to build a business. An entrepreneur probably would tell another entrepreneur it is great, it is good to go through challenges and eventually become successful. If you want to have great food, you probably don't want to listen to people who's just on budget, who probably, not have enough experience to give you advice on food. You probably don't want to get advice from people who never have any kids when yourself right now are planning to be a parent, right? So that's the key in life in general, in anything, is make sure you're getting advice from people who already got the experience, who is much wiser than you are. If you want to learn about money, you want to learn from people not just make a lot of money, but also can multiply their money. That's one thing that I want to share with my audience today is, who do you want to choose to listen to on a daily basis? Do you want to just listen to people who want to give you opinions? Or do you want to listen to people who are giving you facts, something they've done? All right? So don't just listen to anyone. And make sure if you listen to anyone, listen to people who have experience and a lot more experience than you do. All right? JW here. See you next time. If you like my content, comment below and download my JW Just Win app. See you next time.